Togbio, Mamao, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Banto la chamaduko no mamikatnyama dakbana awo mafiakla vadadaba o cho chamaba mia a launch hugba apagada nami madakbana chamafiaba mikata miete wodaka ye agba amiamiete wom miala daka shiwo na mi akpabale ke mi aha mi apaduo na wo yingo mau na yira mikata. So it's with immense honor and profound gratitude that I stand before you as a son of Tsiame, as guest speaker for the grand launch of this year's Hogbetsotso Festival. This vibrant celebration embodies the spirit, the history and aspiration of us, the Anglo people. Our theme, strengthening bonds and embracing our shared values, resonate deeply as we gather to launch this great festival, commemorating our heritage whilst gazing into a bright future. As we sit together today, Mama Ashigbey and all the gallant heroes, we celebrate you today. The Hogbetsotso Festival, which translates into the festival of the people who escaped because we escaped, is a powerful reminder of our courage as we fled from tyranny to seek refuge and build a legacy of prosperity and unity for generations to come. This festival serves as a celebration of our past and a call to honor the sacrifices of our forebears should ensure that we hold on to the values to guide us. In celebrating our heritage, we must also recognize the critical necessity to industrialize Anglo-Duko. As our guest speaker said, industrialization is important. Alekemi wagana du donava miapo duo odukoma. Alekemi wagaba mioha mia factory so donava miagbo. The time has come for us to transform our abundant natural resources, our rich agricultural potential into thriving industries. Industrialization should create jobs, foster economic growth, and empower our communities. So as the politicians come to us to talk about the next elections, reflecting on our history, we must understand that our forebears fought for our freedom. In their honor, we must work tirelessly to defeat the persistent foes of poverty, squalor, disease, and underdevelopment. Our chiefs and kings of today will not lead us into war, but they must lead us towards the battles against societal ailments, guiding us into a future of hope, prosperity, and wealth for all. So hail our youth as the backbone of our communities and have a pivotal role in this mission. We must empower them through quality education, particularly in the fields of technology. In this fast-paced, technological-driven world, we must ensure that our children are well equipped with the knowledge and skills to thrive. Education enables them to break free from the chain of ignorance and embark on the path to uplift ourselves and our society. Additionally, we must face grave challenges that persist too. The scourge of drug abuse. Drug abuse, but we need to stay away from it. We must encourage our youth to stay away from those harmful substances, promote awareness, engage them in constructive activities, ensure that they understand the long-term impact of drug abuse, alcohol, and sexual promiscuity on their health, families, and communities. I call on us, the parents, educators, and community leaders to work together to foster an environment that supports healthy choices and offer alternatives to these social vices. Moreover, as we strive towards development, reviving our rich culture and traditions among the younger generation is essential. Many of our children today are growing up disconnected from our history, missing valuable lessons and pride of understanding who they are and where they come from. We must actively engage them in learning the other language and culture and ensure that our traditions are preserved and flourish in the hearts of the upcoming generation. This is crucial for the survival of our identity and values as Anglo-Duko. And it's a responsibility we all share to unite our community. We must also prioritize recording and documenting our history as we honor our ancestors. Having gathered many narratives from our respected elders about the Tsiame tradition, even just travel. Miapa magao biamba Tsiame de miapa history enyanka. Nama biya tobiya aba au. Meya glonya na maglona aba au. Ta aba mia acho mia make sure ba de miapa history I mean documenting properly. I've observed different versions sometimes emerge, making establishing a cohesive historical account challenging. We must piece together our shared history so that the future generation can inherit a clear and unified understanding of our past. Furthermore, preserving our culture sites is not just a matter of pride, but also a crucial factor in driving tourism and creating wealth for our people. The urgency of the environmental issues we face, such as the desecration of our sacred groves, our forests and water bodies, must be realized. These are not just geographical features, but integral to our identity and connection to the land we hold dear. We are custodians of this beautiful environment and must make immediate steps to preserve it for future generations. At this stage, Toby Chairman, permits me to remind us of some of the issues happening on our land in Tsiame today that we need to stop. The sacred forest and groups of Tsiame call us to action. The forest groups of Tsiame face distractions at the hand of some individuals selling our lands, which are strictly forbidden. Some of the people involved in this include even churches, and all of that has to stop. Chaleva are a spiritual prayer ground for the entire Anglo-Duko community, where cutting of trees and land sales are prohibited. What do we see about it today? Who are you who are doing that? Some of you are here today and you know yourselves. Tsiame Volta, a sacred site where kings are enthroned. Lifting any load from one's head while passing through this area is forbidden. It is believed to disrespect the Anglo and Ewe kingdom. Are we telling our kids that? Do we know about that? Or because we think we've gone to school? Dova Kotwi, a spiritual site where disease and sicknesses taken to safeguard the people of Anglo. What are we doing about that? Gulliver, a sacred healing forest where Togbi Charlie and his brother Togbi Dala heals people. What is happening to that? Our special guest mentioned the Fiati, the sacred stream of our ancestral crocodile. Plomada Huti, a site where our ancestors retrieved their intestines from their son. Do we know about that, and what are we doing to preserve these things? Kojikli, a spiritual hole used by ancestors to farm and feed the entire urban nation. it is very important that we try as much as we can to preserve these cultural places. It is not for nothing, but because the school. Namiega yi back, you tell us Sankofado, Namiega yi Miamagba, ever love you the Dashio, Yapa Duo, a Lalagbanas, a Sanganami. The destruction of the sacred site had led to the loss of power and glory of us Anglo people. To restore the former glory and spiritual significance of Anglo, it is imperative that we stop the sale of land immediately. The destruction area should be restored and replanted with native trees and vegetations. The sacred sites are protected and preserved for future generations. And we should also teach our people about this. Yenanam mioba mi ata ava mi angu mabo fam ya jio kata ava mi anji fam ta alba mi ayi magba mi ave ko ba de aleke mi atroshie mi omu na mi awe na wonyo. Only through the restoration of these sacred forest groves can the power and the glory of Anglo be revived. We must act now to save our heritage. To build a better community, we should return to our traditional values of respect, honesty, strong family ties. These principles have long guided our ancestors, and they should continue to lead us in our interactions with one another and within the communities that we live in. Building strong family units would ultimately lead to stronger communities. As we gather for today's this year's Hogbetsotso Festival launch, let us recall the importance of unity and cooperation, particularly as we approach the upcoming elections in Ghana. Peaceful elections is vital for our democracy and for the development of our nation. I urge all of you to engage in the electoral processes with integrity, to encourage dialogue, and to advocate for peaceful resolutions in our communities. Conflict and violence would only serve to undermine our progress. Let us set up an example for the future generation by promoting peace, justice, understanding, collaboration during these elections. I also invite all citizens of Anglo, both home and abroad, to take an active interest in our collective future. Let us strengthen our Ewe societies in our communities beyond the boundaries of the Volta region, creating networks to support and solidarity amongst Anglos and Ewes where they may be. We need to unite the Ewe Kingdom within our various countries that we currently find ourselves in, from Nigeria, Benin, Togo to Ghana. We can unite under these 4 states and beyond. We should use the Hogbetsotso as a rallying call to bring all Ewes who can trace their history to Azatome, a suburb founded by Ham, the second son of Noah in the Bible. Noah being the progeny of various tribes. It is here that we learned about the biblical story of the building of the Tower of Babel to enable the people to get close to God, see him and pray to him, followed by God. Followed by God's displeasure, the resultant fall of the tower and the dispersion of the people into clusters speaking various languages, instead of a single one that first united them. This story is credited as the source of a group speaking one language today, known as the Ewe language. So, Ashigbey Hogbetsotso Babel time in the Bible. Where this occurred is placed in Babylon, in present Iraq. Various groups left to find new settlements for their own. We are an ancient people. We are a strong nation. We have a strong heritage. Let us use it to develop the countries we're living and our people. As we celebrate the spirit of Hogbetsotso this year, I implore you to mobilize and unite all Anglos and Ewes. whether you are here today or you're watching us on TV or on the internet, scattered across the globe, to participate and engage fully in this year's Hogbetsotso. We have to market this festival directly through word of mouth, traditional media, social media, and new media. We must ensure that we all gather our people to celebrate this feast. Together, we can ensure that our forebears' legacy continue to thrive, honor their hard work and sacrifices, pave the way for a brighter future. Thank you all very much for your attention and your commitment. Let us celebrate our heritage and look forward to a future filled with promise and prosperity for the Anglo people.